Yo, what it do, designers? It is the evening time, and today we about to be coding with AI. I'm telling you, man, I've been coding with AI for a little bit, and I've been finding that I can practically speed through my designs that I put out much faster than just going onto Reddit and dealing with Stack Overflow in Google all day, right? I can literally sit with ChatGPT and get it done. So today I'm going to be putting on a 15-minute timer. I just want to check some things first. I'm going to give it some time for you guys to come on in, for the algorithms to do its thing. And I'm going to spell it out again. And it's your boy P at that. I've been designing websites and things like that for probably going on 7 years now. I've been graphic designing and doing a lot of different things using um, my background in graphic design. So I've started off with design for a t-shirt brand. Then I went into graphic design for my family business, as well as doing some of the flyers and ads for people who were renting from my family business. So I've been involved in the whole graphic design world for a while before I got into websites. And so my first time getting into websites started probably hmm, like 2016. I was like, at that time, I was really into, I thought I was really into tech. Now I'm into tech. Like tech is it's a very murky land. It's like, it's like quicksand. Once you get into it, you're challenged by everything and it sort of just swallows you up. There's nothing you can really do to, for me, I think it's just more so because I want to challenge myself more than anything. But when it comes to the design world and tech, it's so much more. It's so much fun. Like coding, it's like I'm putting puzzle pieces together to make a frame, and I'm putting plugging up certain phrases. It's almost like you're speaking a different language and you're painting pictures using this different language. It's really nice. So I've been enjoying developing from scratch. So now that AI is bit stable at this time that we're in, I'm going to challenge myself to build a a Shopify splash page within 15 minutes using AI, because we hear the story that AI speeds up everything, right? So I probably will make a video or go live with me trying to straight design a website from scratch, not using AI, and just test myself for like searching the internet to just putting everything together instead of copy and pasting, typing and everything like that. Because AI just gives you the ability to like plug and play. Like that's how I think that we need to think about AI, and you really do need to understand what you're doing before you even get into it. So I would say, make sure you're, of course, studying and not just jumping into it thinking that, oh, I can build a website super quick. Like, yeah, it'll give you a splat. It'll give you like a regular page that says hello world, give you some elements, but then you got to deal with responsiveness. So you got to understand the phrase, like the different phrases and the combinations of words that you got to use to even build with AI. So I think that, if you're getting started with front end design, try getting into the murky lands without technology, just sort of just jumping in naked and seeing, how it go for you. What you're going to learn is that every challenge will make you a lot more efficient, because we always approach a new challenge in the proper way. It's just that in that time, will be the tools that we had in our mind were undiscovered. So once we start getting off into um, certain things like, say if you're just learning about media queries, or you're learning about passing data, you're learning about databases, you're learning about interacting and pulling data and displaying it a certain way and making sure interaction is the way it needs to be, you got to know some of the terminology, because AI is sourcing from somewhere. I'm not sure where it's sourcing from, but it's very intuitive. So what will end up happening is that it might serve you something that is above your understanding if you need to edit some things. So yeah, get into the murky land naked. I'm going to be challenging myself to build a Shopify splash page in just 15 minutes. So I'm about to set my timer. I want to make sure I can hear myself in this live is nice. I got a very nice voice, man. I really like it. Vanity. All right, so I'm just gonna fill my bro in so he can tune in before I get started. This is one's finna be lit. I hope your day been going well. It's the 31st. Let's get it. All right. All right, so this one is pretty cool. I got to show y'all the design first just before I even start our situation. Let's hide you. And please give your design judgment. I like to have judgment about things so I can see things differently. So if you got some feedback, some 2 cents about any of my designs or anything like that, jump in, man. I'm here. I'm willing to hear and learn. So don't get me twisted. Be mean. I can handle it. Let's see if I can change up something. Uh, First day using Restream. How do you change your page? Change stream source. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Bruh. Let's wait till bro get here. He might know. No, I figured it out. The screen was too small. What it do, guys? In the flesh. All right. Let me get my screen on the proper setting here. Can't do two. Sure. Should I share my entire screen? I really don't have nothing going on here. Nothing juicy. All right. Could you guys see these? Nope. What's going on, bro? Unable to share screen. I love technology. Ooh. All right, look, I'm gonna have to share my entire screen because this one is being mean. It's straight. It goes in and then it just says peace out. All right, let's go. Yo, what's happening? Hey, all righty. I want y'all to see this, man. Let me pull myself to the side here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, scroll up. All right, so now I want y'all to dang. Let me not even care. So then when we pull this up, you guys can see that, right? So this is the splash page that I'm going to be taking on right here. So this was something I designed as like being the like boxing and packaging design. So then I thought to myself, why not add a splash page that looked the same, right? So I think splash pages add a really nice swag to the website. It don't for any website that's out there, a splash page is fire. I want y'all to know, like, if you can add a splash page, it's almost like how what stores fail at. Stores don't add no like crazy interested entrances into their stores. Like the one thing I have to give to Apple is their store. You go into the store, these big window doors is right there. You can literally see the advertising on the wall. It's like the store itself is like a splash page. It's a splash. It's like wow, right? So if you know other stores kind of just put the stuff and put it everywhere. So a splash page is like, bam, here you go. Let's display the brand. Let's advertise something to you. Let's introduce ourselves with a splash. And if you right by the edge, there's a splash zone, and everybody that's visiting your website, your Shopify store is going to be in the splash zone. That's if they don't leave, if it sucks. All right, so let's get into it. So I have right here, we have one div, one div, and then this whole thing could probably be a whole div itself. So we got two divs. We have actually four divs. We might end up having to do five, not sure, just like as a container. And then we know this one is one, but then I'm sure that if I was to make, yeah, so we can contain this, right? Probably just contain that. And then we have the logo. And then I thought to add a menu here, right? But I was just going to add a button that will instruct the user to click or tap, depending on if it's like the mobile version. But then we're going to go for the click on the desktop, right? Or we might be able to add a timer to it for those who don't happen to have the ability to tap. But right now, I'm going to think about just a regular tap, right? Or a click. And most of these things would probably just be there's like some interaction, but today I just want to think about the splash itself. I might add some animation, don't know, but animation might take it a little bit further. I think I'm just going to go ahead with the regular script of just designing this and getting a tap and opening our store. So let's jump into it. I want to get basically everything set up. So I want to have my chat GPT up, all of that. So let's go ahead and minimize you. I already know what I got going on with that one. All right, so I'm going to actually focus on this. That's really all you need to see is just this right here. How y'all day been? Day's been pretty good for me. Been drinking on this tea. It's been a cold day, so I just been, staying out the way. Let's play screen share and put it on my Google window. And I use Google Chrome for all my like design and coding projects because I just happen to find that one to just be really safe as far as just anything working properly or having to use like WebKit or any of that stuff. So it's like right away packaged well for what I need to do. So get you some Google Chrome if you ain't got it already. All right, so we got our and how to get to this code page. I want to just show you real quick how to get to this page to even edit your code. for your theming and everything like that, or if you need to add some functionality, you immediately, once you get to your Shopify store page, you just go to themes here. And once you open up themes, you should, well, if you just click online store, it actually just opens up theme right away. And you just click these three buttons here and you hit edit code. And what you want to probably do is like option click or double click or right click to open up, link a new tab, because you really need to be jumping back and forth. So, and then let's close this one. I don't need that. So make sure I'm on a new store because I got multiple projects going on. So we got a fresh slate, and I'm probably just going to stick with the Dawn theme first, just because it's the most open, in my opinion. It's very open, and it allows you to have a lot more freedom. Some others have different layouts. This one happens to be like their base, Shopify's base theme. So let's get into it. ChatGPT. Let's start a new chat. As you can see, I was already kind of looking into it. I'm not cheating though. That wasn't cheating. I know y'all thinking like, yo, he already kind of thought this out. Nah, I sort of was just looking into the page hierarchy and how I wanted to approach setting the project up, so I have to be showing y'all the ugliness of trying to even set up a project sometimes, because you kind of think too much about things. So I have my theme liquid here, right? Hold on, wait. I'm just gonna talk about. I'm not gonna forget about the time. But so this is our theme liquid, right? So this theme liquid, I'm going to be including a lot of things here as far as like my CSS, and I'm going to be working on this index JSON page, and we're going to be creating I think just two different files today, where I'll be going into some CSS, creating a separate CSS file for the splash, and then also a page where I'll be running all the code and all the HTML to even include this section here. I'm probably going to add it as a section, but we'll see as I learn with ChatGPT. All right, let's set the timer. Let's go. 15 minutes, guys. I got 15 minutes up. 15, or actually, probably sharing would be cool, but we just rolling with the punches. I gotta turn my music on though. $15. And I'm gonna click start. Bam. Alrighty. So I got my index liquid here, right? In my theme liquid, I'm gonna start with understanding where all my CSS is in the first place. As you can see in this assets folder, my CSS is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and create a blank file that's a CSS file. And we're going to go into, we want to name it Splash CSS, or just Splash style CSS. Right. All right. So we got a naked page here. So now, then I want to create a probably, let's see. All right, let's just start up a new conversation. So what you want to first understand is your page, your project hierarchy. So where should I place a splash page file for a Shopify project? So you want to understand that because you want to make sure that you're setting up your project correctly. So let's go and see if ChatGPT can give us a answer really fast. Looks like I'm having some chat issues. Nasty. Nasty. Well, look like you also need a fast computer to be able to do what you got to do too. Because my chat GPT is being nasty. We ain't stopping the timer though. I do not fall under pressure, man. Let's bust open Safari. 12 minutes. Time is just ticking. Going away with time. Freak it. So the first thing I'm going to probably do, I'm going off the brain with this one. Let's go ahead and create just a straight section real quick. And we're going to name this splash page liquid. All right. Yeah, chat is straight messed up. Nice. Okay. I think I'm going to probably just leave ChatGPT to the side because restream. All right, so it says to put it in my templates folder and then throw it in my theme.liquid file. Okay. So let's go ahead and follow the rules. We want to call it I don't even think this is a page, bro. I don't want to call it a page. Yep. Alrighty. So I'm going to go straight into my HTML. So what I do know is I'm going to need a div, and I'm going to call this class equals splash overlay. All right. Then I'm going to probably call this container. Then I'm going to need another div. And you're going to need another div. So now I'm possibly going to make this the area where I put like my image, right? Oops. Okay. Then, so I'm going to name this one image. That's gonna probably be like the tag barcode, right? Image 8 minutes. Then div class. And then this will be where I actually have my text. So we're gonna put brand name text, right? And then so we can actually immediately make some image tags, right? IMG. What happened? Bro, what is going on? Something ugly is going on right now. Something ugly as shell. Whoa there, buddy. I guess I'm not going to use a image in tag. I think I got a bad habit of doing that. So then we're gonna image. I'm probably gonna call this right image. Then, so this is my barcode image. So I'm going to go ahead and separate myself from this. Yeah, so then we're going to call this top container. So we're just going to call it the top container for right now. We already know what's going in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and give this another div, right? So this would be my area where my logo and my menu is going to be. So we're going to call this class logo menu, right? I'm going to call this probably like contain, right? So then it's going to get my logo. All right. So then I'm just going to put this as logo. So we got that closed up. And then I can throw my, whoa there, buddy. I can throw my IMG in there. Get this a class. We can just keep that as IMG. We're going to make that 100. We're going to make that fast anyway because we're basically encapsulating logo in there, and we're going to fill this logo div with that. So then I could throw in a div, probably div. Then we're going to go with a order list li duh. So then I'm going to just give myself, or no, actually I'm going to go with a button because we want to open our store, not add a menu. So we're going to logo in button, right? Logo and button. And then we're going to name this button tap, or first of all, click to enter. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and make that, and then we're going to do tap to enter. So we got our image in there, blah, 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 blah. Nope. We're going to keep that as it is. And we're going to go ahead and remove the classes from the image. So I'm gonna fill my images in there. What are you complaining about? Oh, I got you. So right now we got our buttons, our areas set up. So I'm now going to go into Cloudinary. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get this done in 15 minutes. ChatGPT played me, man. So this is becoming a regular video of building a custom splash page. I got played by ChatGPT. All right. So click to enter, tap to enter. I'm going to end up still trying to beat the time, but with my speed. So I know I'm going to need a script to handle that. So I got my Splash CSS. I'm going to already throw some media query in there just so I know. I like to sort of like pseudo it out first. Yep. Then I'm going to need a splash overlay contain. Right, and then I'm going to need top container. And I'm going to need logo and button. Then I'm going to need those. So now we're going to go ahead and put in those. Probably just did more than just typing it out, right? All right, so now that we got that, I got everything I might need there. So while we're getting into Cloudinary, let's go here. Sip it is good old tea. I think I'm going to probably put my time up. I think that I did this earlier on 15 minutes and it was for a different project and it wasn't a splash page, but I happened to get it done right in the good amount of time. But it seems as if as I'm streaming, I might need to have a totally different approach as far as like utilizing chat. Might have to use it some on another device or something like that, just so I can keep my flow well and that there's like no latency or anything like that in the time. But we just gonna go with the flow and continue building out this beautiful splash page. So first of all, I want to go to my assets. Nice. So what I do want to add is my spider logo here. Then I want to add my background. Then I'm going to add my text. So for those who are unfamiliar with Cloudinary is where I upload all of my things that to be able to grab it from the internet and basically embed it via a link instead of actually putting the file into the folders, because it happens to just be much faster in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my, whoa. What I do know is that I'm going to need to put my background in there somewhere, right? So I'm first of all just going to get my things. So I'm going to grab that and I'm going to put it here. So we got that. Whoa. Whoa there, buddy. Wrong area. So we got the logo there. Then we're going to add that right there. Nice. It's probably still at, yep, it's still being very anal about the image width. So don't worry about that. Then let's make sure I get my barcode. I gotta make sure I even, yep, got my barcode tag there. Let's go. So I'm gonna rename this section up here to barcode brand name. So then we could take this right here and replace top container with that. So then we're gonna put a source here and go ahead and grab that. So then this one, do the same thing. And we're gonna grab our text there. I didn't have this one be just strict text because that was gonna take a while and I needed speed and agility. So we're gonna go ahead and keep moving, right? So I'm gonna give my button a class. Whoa. We're gonna give it a class. And I'm gonna name it to enter. Then I'm gonna name it desk. So we're gonna copy that and class this second one, but we're gonna name this one to enter mode. Mode B mob. Then now that we have our two buttons set up, of course we're gonna use our script to be able to change those base. We're not even gonna do that. We don't need a script to do that, but we need a script to be able to open our store using to basically get rid of it. And then we need the CSS, the media queries, to be able to change which one is being used. So the issue is that we might end up having to look for that if the device is actually touch or not, because what you could deal with is issues with the person possibly having a smaller laptop device. So clicking or tapping might be a little bit of an confusion, right? So what we probably should do here is let's just do that for right now, right? So we're just gonna leave that as it is. All right. So because we have the way we have it set up right now, let's go ahead and see if we even have a connected page, right? So let's go into our index.json. I think I want to get this out of here. because it's not oh wait, we're good. So we can keep that there. And then we have this image banner. So how do you even include your section in a template? Essentially, what you could do is ensure that you actually have your, it's more so like a type. So we know that this is a section. So what I'm going to do is this. So we're going to copy, then I'm going to add that right there. We know that this is not an image banner, so we're going to call it a section type heading. We might need to be able to change that soon. So let's actually ask ChatGPT. So I'm having a brain fart. So how would I include a section in my index.json? Interesting. I could just do this. Give me 1 second. Nice. So there's actually a pretty interesting way that we can just include this splash page. Oh, wait. I'll give you guys a better view. All right. Okay, so now that we have our sections splash page, we could come right into this one and let's get rid of this. All right, so we can just do this right here, apparently, right? Someone's mad. Property expected. There is a property that needs to be there. Kind of figured it that this was pretty interesting. So the interesting thing about AI is that sometimes it will give you something wrong, and what you do have to understand is what's going on. So you have to be able to look at other different things, right? It might be mad that I don't have it here. Let's see. Let's see what she mad about. No, she's still mad. Okay, let's call this overlay. She's still mad. Nope. So we did need a property setting here. So we just named it overlay type splash page. So let's right away go ahead and give this a 100 with 100%, and then height 100%. So now that we have that, I'm gonna make my background color white. So then we're gonna save that. Oh no, something's nasty. Let's see if you're happier. Nice. All right, so I just had an issue where I did not include my overlay in here. Now that we got it there, it's there. So now I want to see something. I want to see if it's still going to be. Let's comment these out. Let's see if we still have it. Let's see, we have a nice right there. All right, so we got it on the page. We have it set up there, right? And there's probably another image somewhere here, probably like right here. Then we have our spider, and we have our click to enter. So it's coming up on our page, right? That's good. Now, the thing that we want to make sure we work on next is possibly getting it to be over this in this header here. So we can figure out how we do that a little bit later. So let's ask ChatGPT what we could do to be able to do that. So I essentially just asked, hey, what can I do to ensure that this overlay covers the full page? So now that I have my code here, I'm just going to copy it right over. And we're going to ensure that it actually covers the full page. So I'm going to copy and paste this right here. Nice. All righty, let's check it out. Nothing. Oh, wait. I don't have my CSS connected. That's the reason why. So remember, guys, you got to be able to ensure that you have your things set up. So I'm going to come into my themes here, and I'm going to look for base.css. And how you pull this up is a Command F. So then I'm going to take that, copy and paste it. There we go. It's an asset URL. So the only thing we need to change here is just splash styles, or just splash style, which is the name of my file. And now let's check him out. Nice. We got a good looking page. It's not where it needs to be, but now we have a full overlay. We have a full overlay now. You see how I didn't have to do that by scratch and ask anything else. It sort of just did it for me, right? That was super speedy. Now I'm feeling like ChatGPT is on my side. When it was against time, didn't work out that good. So now what I want to do is lay it out a little bit better. So now I'm going to tell ChatGPT that I want it to be a certain way. I want to figure out, how do I include a second page. Yo, if you guys, I'm probably just going to continue sharing my entire screen because I need y'all to be able to see that. Nice. Okay, so now that we have this going on, right? So now, as you can see, I have this right here, right? I got my code, just was able to copy and paste it. So now I'm going to tell ChatGPT what I have going on. I'm going to copy and paste my HTML right over to chat. And I'm going to say, chat, I need to be able to make barcode and brand name sit above the logo and what is that? To enter. I think I just named it logo button container. Logo and button. So now, because I happen to understand a little bit of CSS, I can talk to it in CSS language. So I can say a flex. I need each container to be a flex. So I need to make sure I specify specifically which containers I need to be a flex, and basically just give it some feedback. So I need each container within the overlay container to be a flex. The overlay container itself is not a flex, isn't a flex. So now we should have something different. So now we should be able to see a different result from our CSS. Now, for those who are like, hey, you didn't use any of your tag names or anything like that, ChatGPT understands context. So it's able to see what things are named and be able to give you a result back. It's almost like you're talking to someone and they're like viewing it right there with you, right? So we have our things here. So let's just check out and see what we get back from this, okay? And since we got that commented out, let's just do this. All right. That looks like what? All right. It looks pretty nice, right? Now, let's hide that bar. Let's hide you. So these aren't flexing at all. So let's give it some feedback. Barcode brand name. Let me see something. I think that where's my issue? It might be resting somewhere in my liquid. Is this right here and right there? Oh wait, one of those things that was happening earlier that was ugly. So now let's check it out. And it might have happened on, okay, it's still not flexing. So we can check out here is hit inspect and just see what's going on. So we should have barcode and brand name here. And it's saying it's flexing, but we're not getting the flex, my guy. Oh, it's in a column. Flex direction is a column. That doesn't make sense, but whatever. Now, I do want to be able to go straight into what I want to show you, which is crazy, which a lot of people might be like, oh, that was super fast, right? Instead of asking ChatGPT all of these questions, I can just do this. And this works sometimes. So I have my image already built out in Figma, right? So I can literally take, say I want to adjust the HTML and CSS to this layout, right? And then let's say add a background to the overlay container, something I'm concerned about. So I can add the background image. So then we can take that and let's see what we get here. So we got our div, we have our barcode name, barcode image, name, text. We can get rid of that. So as you can see, we got some things that we can get rid of, like this weave your world one at a time. We don't need those. It's already buried in the image. And I hope that, so as you can see, sometimes the CSS is not perfect. So you really have to make sure you are understanding what you got going on. Because if not, you can have some very ugly code, man. Very ugly turnout. Let's get rid of this 2024. Might have smashed my code by doing that. So let's get rid of this. So I just want to first make sure we have the correct thing going on here. Okay. Oh, nice. It's doing it inside of there. So now we got that. Let's see if we could just pop that in there. If we can just pop that in there and it works. Thank you, ChatGPT. Let's see how it turned out. If it's ugly, throwing it away. Oh my God. As you can see, it's not what I wanted, right? So we really have to ensure that we understand what's going on, right? What I don't want is this flex direction column is coming up ugly. So I'm going to go. We're just going to take a look at what a flex direction column is, right? You see how it's giving me a column and not row? So that happens, and I'm sure it probably started from the beginning. So you probably want to approach this like with an image first and just see what it gives you. So we know we want to fix this, right? So let's see. We want to turn that into these into row. So let's go ahead and check that out. So now that we got that, we got align items, my barcode, brand name. I don't necessarily want to, yeah, I think it's align items. Is this space between? Just check it out. I think I might be in the wrong space. Yeah, I think it's more so flex space between justify content. So you want to go ahead and justify content. Space between. Let's just see what that comes out to be now. Ah, something's not low. Why you're not giving me what I want? So let's check some out. It's not giving me what I'm looking for just yet, y'all. Yeah, something's not cool at all. So now, since I'm having a fart there, I'm gonna ask a question here, right? Why isn't my justify, or why isn't space between happening? So I was just able to extract literally just that part and just see what's happening. Hmm? Oh, okay. Okay. So what I just learned here was essentially just because I didn't have a width set. So that's interesting. So let's go ahead and take that. Okay, we got a better outcome there. So that looks like that was it, guys. So we just go here, and then I don't want to set a max width. I probably want to add some padding. All right. Right. So then let's add some padding. Padding. And then I'm probably just gonna do padding left. Padding. Padding right. All right. Oof. So then I'm gonna probably do just 5%. Oh yeah, percentage don't work. Thought about that. 50 peaks. fix. Let's just check out that real quick. Make sure we got a work engine here. Yes, we do. So we need to make sure we understand that, yeah, percentage don't work there. So then we're going to, let's remove this margin quickly and see what happens. Okay. So now that we know that, oh, what's happening? Got a crash that happened. Things happen. So now we want to ensure that this stacks on top of each other instead of, so I should probably go back into my column. All right. So now we probably want to now make our image a lot bigger. So I'm going to probably say like 500 pixels. Let's just see what 500 look like. Okay. So now let's change our background URL. So you take that and copy that. Let's see what that comes out to be. Nice. So we can hide the bar there. So now what I want to understand is how can we get this to be centered here, right? So let's inspect that. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Oops. Bring you in. Then I'm gonna go 75 on you. Yeah. So I think there might be some sort of like cushion between those two, which I could understand by looking at it again. Let's see what happens. So what's interesting is that when I remove this center, I think it belongs, I think it might be up here. This place item center, it gets rid of that like weird centering that's taking place. Oh, now it's just disappearing. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. There we go. Yeah, something weird was there. So make sure you keep your CSS and code clean. So we already got that just by like looking at the image itself and plugging it into ChatGPT. It was a lot faster than just trying to code it straight up, right? So I just plugged it in, and yeah, we had some issues with the way that CSS laid it out, but it was, you know, pretty much, just plug and play there, right? Just making a few adjustments. So now we can style this button to be differently. So I'm thinking about removing the background on this button. So we can go ahead to enter. So I'm going to remove that. Just name it to enter, because it might just be a little bit counterintuitive if we were to try to make two different buttons, but then you have two different environments, maybe not even having a click or a tap there. But it all depends on further thought that we can create something nice, right? So let's now look into our to enter. Let's go ahead and give away this. I don't want any background color. We can get rid of that. We got our color there. I want to give our color all white, so we can just put white. Let's just see what we got going on there. Okay, so then we can do we can just ask ChatGPT. So I just learned here is that we can put background color transparent. Nice. Now let's check and see what we get. All right, so now we want to make sure we get rid of this border here. Ugly border. Oh, I know what I did last time. I keep refreshing my page. That's what happened last time. Okay, so the cool thing is that we could just even design utilizing our inspect area. So that's usually where I spend most of my time as far as like adjusting CSS, just trying to see how it looks before I even make adjustments to my code. So let's see. Let's just check out if we removed some things. So I think that my file is downloading, and we can go back to the button. We got rid of our border radius. We're still getting something though, unless I just need to refresh. Yeah, we're still getting something. So let's just take a look, right? Cool thing is we could screenshot, right? And send it right over to our trusty ChatGPT. Got to give that a minute. Computer's running bad. She's running out of breath. All right. So let's just go and try that screenshot one more time. Let's just hurry up and send you to where I need you to go. She didn't save yet, I guess. She probably didn't save at all. Yeah, I think that my computer just might be running out of breath. We don't get stopped by that. The button still has this border effect. You don't have to add any like exclamation or expression. I think that I sometimes just get in the habit of doing that. Like I'm talking to one of my teammates or something. Ah, right. My border none should be border none. Let's take this homeboy right here, then move right there, and then we should have a better situation. You look so beautiful. You look beautiful. Ooh. All right, so now what we want to do is probably even remove like scrolling, right? We want to get rid of some scrolling. I might get into that later, right? I should do like another part to this to add all the nice stuff. But I'm going to just keep it down to like getting rid of it with a click. So now that we have that, right? I know right away that I can just go with my trusty ChatGPT. Let's go here. I want to tap the entire. I want to tap and click anywhere on the overlay to make it close. Using JavaScript or just JS. So we're going to already get some good stuff here. Sometimes things don't go as right. So let's just give it a good refresh. It might kick us out. It does that sometimes. Yeah, sometimes stuff give you the boot. I usually just edit and then hit send again, so I don't have to type it back out. Computer is sweating hard for y'all today. Sweating hard for this live. So then we could just take this. So as you can see, ChatGPT is a great source of learning too. So it's really good to make sure you're reading out everything and get an understanding of what's going on. It's going to give you a great outline of everything. You got to let ChatGPT know your level too. That's a good thing because it's almost going to be like a learning platform for just $20. So let's get into it. So then we're going to go take that ID. Then I'm going to go like that. And then we're just going to add some CS. Oh, no CS. Just this. Let's go back to our script. And let's see what happens. There it is. Finished. See, that was more of a, good approach, right? I tried to go in and just ask ChatGPT some questions. I also played the field of basically kind of not understanding some things so that I could just show you how powerful ChatGPT can be with the right prompts and phrases that end up leading to a finished product. So I currently have a finished splash page. There we go, finished. And that half of it where I would just show the image to ChatGPT was literally in under 15 minutes. Um, it necessarily didn't come out the way that I might have wanted it to. But the thing that I want everyone to understand is that with ChatGPT, a front end designer can take a design and become the developer as well. So if you happen to have understanding of what JavaScript is, jQuery, you have understanding of displaying data, you have an understanding of um, just regular HTML, CSS, and vanilla JavaScript, you can do just about anything with AI. You could just take this and plug it in and tell it what you want each interaction to do, and it will give you back something that is close to it. Now, it's not perfect, so there's going to be some bugs. There's going to be some issues that you run into. So the best thing to do is to just make sure you're taking your time to ask the right questions. And not all questions are dumb. And I'm not, I meant to say all questions are not dumb questions, right? So feel free to ask as many questions as you want, but do know that some questions can lead to ChatGPT getting a little ugly, meaning that there's so much information that's on there that you might end up, having a burst. So the best thing to do is ensure that you understand what you're trying to ask ChatGPT, and that the correct prompting is there. So you can take a Figma file that took you 30 minutes to build and then take it to ChatGPT, tell it what you want, and it will produce a proper page or a proper result. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to speed up our production time. Again, it's going to be great. It's going to be great that for those who understand front end and can finish a project, that we'll be able to do our jobs a lot faster. And the good thing to recognize is that we're in a time of innovation. Anybody can do this, right? Anybody can take this and say, oh, I know how to do that. I could just plug it in, right? You saw how easy it was. Now we're getting into a world where we can literally tell it what we want, be innovative, come up with different thought. Every design is an original design. So ensure that you're really like knowing what you want to create and go into it without any sort of um, doubt, because now or these different AIs, ChatGPT and these different AIs can give you the information that you need to be able to pull off a great result. So that's this one. I'm going to keep doing these coding with AI because um, we're in the world of AI now. There's nothing we can do to get rid of it. It's in our homes. It's in our computers. It's in our phone. Well, phones are computers. It's everywhere. It's even on our streets. So we have to understand AI and get with the time and understand that things became a lot more efficient. And for those who really care about the work that goes into this, will be able to be a great asset to any team. And even like for yourself, personal projects, you'll be able to pull off personal projects within like 2 to 3 months, depending on how much time you actually have to spend. And if you're somebody just beginning, you might be able to pull off a nice project for that got, medium scope. I would probably say like capped out at like medium scope, but then like if you happen in, within about 6 months to a year, if it would happen to be like anything that was on a medium scale of difficulty. So I think so with hard too, but you just got to really understand. I think more of the harder levels would be a little bit more challenging, but you could still be a beginner and pull this off in 3 to 6 months. So I'm thinking about continuously doing these coding with AIs so I can show you the different projects and results that we can get out of web development with AI. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. We are not going anywhere. We don't miss. We're gonna keep up with this tech stuff, man. So you guys can with the times and be, faster developers and all that good stuff. But all right, guys, it has been a great time. I've been at this for an hour and a half almost. I'm learning Restream, so we can be a lot faster and better. So give me your feedback and even give me some game because I need it, right? All righty. It's your boy P. Check out the comment section in the description. I got some cool things there. All righty. Let's see what's going on so we can end stream. All right. If you got any questions, let me know down in the comment section. Most definitely got to give everyone who's checked this out a shout out, man. I love you guys for even checking it out. I'm going to make this into smaller videos or smaller video itself. This is going to be like a strategy that I have with going live and then cutting all my live videos into smaller videos. So then we can distribute it a little bit more efficiently, right? All righty. It's been a great night.